And what we wanted to first talk to you about is the latest announcement from CrossFit and CrossFit potentially hosting the CrossFit Games at Aromas, the ranch. I was fortunate enough to be there in 2016, so I'll kind of give you my thoughts on what it would be like if they do or are able to host the 2020 Games there. And also we have our 4 winners from our 25K giveaway. You guys have helped us get to 25,000 subscribers, which we cannot believe, and we are so excited to announce the winner in today's video. In 2016, I was fortunate enough to have made the games. That was my rookie year as an athlete, and that is the year they surprised us and they flew us out to the ranch in Aromas, California to complete our first day at the CrossFit Games. They did not allow any coaches, any significant others, no one to go. So Pat is my coach. He did not get to go.
I think whether this ends up happening or not, it'll be an interesting scenario. When they did host it there, nobody was allowed, including media. So pretty much the entire day that they spent there, nobody really knew what was happening. There was a little bit of Instagram coverage and stuff like that, but keeping up with it was hard for coaches and everybody else, much less just spectators in general.
As an athlete, it was really interesting. So we didn't really even have a lot of service. At the time, my mom was also competing, and that's when Masters, their last day, started with our first day. So I was out at the ranch competing while she was back in Carson competing, and I was trying to get updates on the leaderboard, trying to figure out how she was doing because I knew one of the workouts was in her wheelhouse, and I had bet her that she was going to win it, and I could not get my leaderboard to refresh. So I was sitting in between my events trying to refresh my leaderboard, trying to catch up with how my mom was doing. So thinking back on that, the service isn't awesome. So that will be really interesting as far as how they try to cover it from a media standpoint. Then also there's really nothing out there. I was joking with one of my friends, Amanda, I was like, I guess we're all bringing our tents. So thinking about how they're gonna, or where we would, have accommodations at, there's not really much in Aromas. I mean, I didn't get to see a whole lot, but we basically were bussed in. I didn't see a whole lot, and then we were bussed out. I think the nearest city is about 45 minutes, and I think that's Santa Cruz. So as far as kind of thinking about the 2020 Games, what that could look like, I potentially could see them obviously not hosting another sanctional this year, and then taking maybe only the athletes that were above the blue line in the open, which would narrow it down to about 45 total athletes, I think, and potentially cutting out teens, masters, and maybe even teams.
Yeah, we certainly don't know that, but if something's got to go, and big groups obviously aren't something that is accessible right now, and there's not going to be much media, there's not going to be many coaches, anything like that. So if they're cutting kind of some stuff out, teams, masters, and teens are going to be the first thing to go, which could completely reshape the way this year's CrossFit Games go. And even if so, maybe it shifts to online, but at least at the ranch, the likelihood of them participating is probably fairly low.
Looking back at Aromas, when I first announced, I was super excited. The trail run was probably my favorite event, if not one of them, from the CrossFit Games. I'll never forget standing next to Sam Briggs, being super nervous and trying to figure out what shoes and if I should wear the pants. Like, that seems just like yesterday for me. So that was an awesome event. The deadlift was super fun. Running up the hill with a med ball, not so fun, but I'm gonna continue doing hill sprints in my vest. So if we do get to go back to Aromas, I'm ready for that event. I think all in all, it's trying, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also not getting my hopes too high because there's other factors that are going to go into this. This is a global pandemic, so California could potentially come in and say, no, this is not happening. You're not allowed to. And that's really outside of CrossFit's hands. However, I'm going to support CrossFit and I'm going to be excited. I'm going to cross my fingers, hoping that we do get to go out to the ranch and we do get to compete in person. And if that's what's safest and best for all of us athletes.
The way we're kind of looking at it is that, as exciting as this could be and a one-off, one-time event that does get to be at the ranch, that could be really cool. But because of everything going on, it is not 100% certain that it's going to happen yet. And the way we looked at it is that regionals typically wouldn't have even happened, so we're kind of partway through the season. So we don't need to ramp up training yet, and we're kind of waiting to hear a little bit to see if this seems like it's actually going to come to fruition, or if, this season might not actually happen. And there's a chance of that as well, and it doesn't seem like anybody actually knows. Whether that's CrossFit or within the government that could potentially pull the plug too. I think everybody's still learning, and right now we're just kind of waiting to hear.
So what that means for me, I'm going to keep training. I'm just going to keep enjoying fitness. and continue working hard, trying to get stronger, improve certain skills that I'm weak at, and just keep enjoying it and having fun with it. And hopefully that will allow us to continue to deliver you guys some super cool workout videos so we can keep you motivated while you're stuck at home. Hopefully we'll all be out of our houses sooner rather than later, but in the meantime, we'll just keep training and keep fitnessing. So with that said, we want to go ahead and announce our giveaway winners from hitting 25,000 subscribers. Again, we cannot thank you guys enough for following along on our journey. We are having so much fun and we love sharing all of this with you. So our two winners of the Noble Trainers are Bailey Taylor and Jenseys, Jenseys CrossFit. So make sure to check your direct messages by end of day Friday and we'll have all the details for you guys there. Our second two winners for the IBEX lifetime subscriptions are CF Jody Stevens and Tanner S. Wilson. Please check your DMs by end of day Friday and we'll have all the details for whatever it is you need to know to be able to get your Noble Trainers or to get your lifetime subscription to our IBEX training plan. We are so excited to continue this journey, and what really helps us when you guys continue to hit the like button, that tells YouTube and that tells the algorithm that you guys are enjoying our videos so we can continue growing and we can keep making them. When we hit 50K, we are gonna do an even bigger and better and badder giveaway, and we can't wait to get there. Thank you guys so much for sticking with us, and I hope you guys have a great day.